Seniac builds Oilywood Hills. Hollywood Hills, you're subject to copyright. Seniac upgrades Hill neighborhood. Normal City. Am I a joke to you? That's no subway line. That's a roller coaster. I couldn't think of a joke. How foolish of me. Why don't you add a cable car going from downtown area to Oilywood Hills? Well, that, Felipe, seems like a really good idea. Hey guys, my name is Seniac, and welcome back to another episode of OilTown here in City Skylines. Guys, we really did extend and build upon Oilywood Hills last episode, so much that the population is now booming. We have many issues back in the beautiful island nation. That's to do with the not enough products to sell or something like that. If you kind of zoom in, who has the issue? It was you. Not enough goods to sell. This is coming from we need to produce more goods. Now I got a couple of theories, but before we get onto that, we're going to be adding in, just like Felipe said, a little cable car route. Now we do have a little subway line. But apparently it's a roller coaster, and it'll be a good little way to kind of have the rich of the rich be carried so eloquently over the smoke, the smog, the fog, and all the other kind of unnatural gases into the downtown area. Could you imagine that? You're being so rich and you're wearing your Versace and your Gucci suits. You get into a cable car and you're overlooking the industry as it climbs the stairway to heaven that is known as Oilywood Hills. It will be so beautiful, guys. So beautiful. But before we get into that anyway, I've got this little theory. If you look at the amount of ships that are coming in, obviously, only one at a time can dock, unless you're like this dock over here, who literally cannot wait, so impatient. We have a couple of docking areas. Boats are always coming in like this. I've noticed there's always planes coming in left, right, and centre. Like, there's two there already. There's one flying in, and before you know it, you're going to see another one coming very soon as well. Believe it or not, I feel like we don't have enough export areas. Now, that's down to the fact that we have this huge oil industry, which is nearly making 300,000 a week, boys. That, right, this itself pumps out a lot of goods that need to be shipped. Look at the airport. It's now at a freaking standstill. There's a fourth one's coming in. Wow! So, we've got to have all these little export areas, and normally they would be adequate. There will be more than enough. But because we have this huge oil industry, all the little exporting kind of routes are being sucked up by oil. Going out. So you have stuff like, yes, granted, we could place down more production buildings, more industry buildings to supplement that need, but I could also solve it by importing more stuff. Now, not saying I want to add in more importing routes, but they're the two kind of theories that we could possibly go with to change things up slightly. But we'll save that for another time because I want to add in. I'm going to call this the stairway to heaven, guys. Even though it's not a stairway. It's not going to heaven. Well, you can consider Oilywood Hills heaven in OilTown. But we're going to build a little cable car route. Now, we do have a little subway line in here, so I don't expect many people to use it. But to get up here by the subway line, you've got to get on a subway line and use this connection here. So if we do a straight connection from up here to the downtown area, then that might make it worthwhile for some people to use it. So a cable car, I've got to think on where to pretty much place it in. So downtown area, which I'm going to use this part here because it's still connected to all the other public transport routes. There's two bus lines there. I just got to figure out where I want it, to be honest with you. Now I could use the Anarchy tool to kind of make it go down the central reservation of the road, which would be pretty nice, but that's going to be quite fun. So do I start with a cable car stop or an end line? Now, an end line would make it, if I can remember correctly, wherever I pull it, it comes out the back of it. Whereas this one comes out the side of it, but it's a whole lot longer. Right, why don't I have it like the end one and then facing there? Right, let me just place it down to like for the funsies. And then that, it kind of like comes... Right, let's put Anarchy on. It's an invalid shape. Right, unfortunately, this is going to have to be deleted. Oh, really? You won't not let me? Oh, it will let you. Okay, right. Flip it around. There's going to be a lot of headache and anger today. But if I bring it to there... Now, is that a good height? Yeah, that feels like a good height. And then we run it on the central reservation. Right, I'll get so far, then we'll kind of see what it's like. Right, there we go. So then pretty much people are going to be floating. Probably hitting all the little trees and stuff. Whoa, I'm jumping in the sky right now. But that's a way to kind of get them out of here. And then somehow up here. Now, where am I going to place it up here? So I was thinking, like, I need like a central location, don't I, to supplement the whole area. But then I thought to myself, no, because we do have the subway line. So I could just bring it up to here where we have this little gap. And then they could, like, simply, if they want to go all the way up to here, they could walk to the subway station, which is just there. Jump on that, get a subway down to here, and then walk the rest. So it's all intertwined and all interconnected. So I need another end cable stop, which we'll place right there. Glorious. Now bring you out so far to there. Right, now this is my biggest headache. How do I get from here to here? Now I could do a straight line. It works wonderful, but not that well. So why don't I bring it to then here, as it comes off the beaten track, and then we start to bring this up a whole lot more. So do you reckon that is high enough to go over the train track routes? Oh, I'm telling you right now, guys, this is going to be the ride of their lives. I'll bring this up to 20. Right, they're never going to have a better view of OilTown Corp than they are right now. Straight over. Right, I'm going to bring this up to now 30. So that elevation is so freaking high. They're looking over the oil pumps as they're going over, going, oh, that's where all my money comes from. And yeah, they're going to do that laugh as well. That right, and then if I can get it to connect to here. There we go. So it's very direct. It's very simple. But this should low-key work. Right, let me get some more. Let me get the residential back in just in that little area. And I don't need to do any routes because they automatically do it themselves. But it'd be quite fun now to see how it works. Is it? Don't I just see a cable car already coming out? Yes, here we go. Let me go into cinematic mode. Dum 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 dum. Right, there we go. We now see a cable. Oh, I'm jumping all over the place. But we now see a cable car making the moves. Making those sweet, sweet moves as they go through it all. This is actually pretty nice, isn't it? Can I select it? Let me get out of this. Yeah. Hold on, pause. There we go. So there's no passengers on board. Oh, there's the ones going the opposite way. Yay! I mean, what it would be... What? Hang on, hold on. Is it in Brazil or is it in Colombia? It's one of those South American countries where they have the big cable car lines go from like the downtown area all the way up into the slums. I'm trying to think what country it is. I know. This is kind of like this, but instead of going to the slums, it goes to Oilywood Hills, which is hilarious. That actually is hilarious. But I wonder how many people are going to use it. Oh, I'm starting to see a few people walk in, so it is going to be used, which is great. Right, so how many people? Yeah, oh, it's full of 30 passengers. I doubt the second one will be full. How many is it getting? It's got 15. All right, nice. So that's going to be used, and that's going to be quite fun. And it's going to be a direct route. So when you do stuff like that, everybody who jumps on it is one less person technically going to drive down. Now you could argue, yeah, but they could have took the subway. We don't know that. So we're just going to assume, let's say every one of them that uses the cable car, 50% of them, no, let's even say 10%. 10% is better. 10% of them maybe would have drove down the road. Now we've reduced that, which is pretty nice. So this is quite a fun connection then. We got the cable car to 2 bus routes. So that would be pretty sweet to have that little connection on the go. 298 people served last week. What about this one up here? 246. Holy, okay, right. Quite a few. That's together. That's over 500 people using it. That's glorious. Right, are we still complaining about not enough goods to sell? So what I'm thinking of is... Now that's not enough goods to sell, isn't it? Yeah, not enough goods to sell. So I was thinking maybe I could place down a warehouse. But normally a warehouse is very beneficial for when there's too many goods to sell and there's not enough buyers. We can pull it into storage. But why don't I give one a shot anyway? So a nice big warehouse. What's good about these warehouses is I can utilize the death area, the death line that nobody really wants to go on. So what should I go with? Because I want to try and keep it away from the traffic. This is going to be a huge building. There is a slope there. I might go for a couple of these then. So I do 1, 2. Oh, it's a good job I did click on that by accident. And we'll set up to this then to store commercial zone goods. That's what we'll choose it to be. So as I choke on my own breath, commercial zone goods, we'll just throw that there. And I just want to see it as an experiment what potentially happens. It could actually be a better idea to move them over to this side. I'm actually going to do that instead because there's less traffic over here. Or do I want that gap? Not really. There we go. So we'll see what happens with this then, because it's going to store the commercial goods. Even though they're saying there's not enough goods to sell, I want to see if it stimulates it in any other way. Maybe that the industry buildings start upping their production. Now we got like another place to pretty much take it. You never know. You never know. But this tactic is normally used for when there's when the buildings are complaining there's not enough goods. There's not enough customers. Then it's a good idea to store the goods, so that the commercial and production buildings pretty much can continue to go as they please. So, but yeah, we do need more industrial buildings, or even just more importing routes. I feel like we need to build a secondary airport, guys. I mean, on my list to do is to build a freaking golf course, but look how many planes are pretty much coming in. They're 100% full as well. This one's just came in. That's 100% full as well. Are the ships like 100% full? That's only 2% full. What you doing, boy? What you doing? But I feel like, yeah, we do need another couple of import routes. That would be cool. Right, okay. I could do some warehouses down here too, but I'm not too sure. Okay, have they had anything in yet? I have a feeling you're going to see nothing coming, yeah. So I just wondered if it just kind of was going to stimulate it, but it looks like it's not going to. So where can we drop a couple of industrial buildings that would be beneficial? We could utilize this back area a little bit more. So we can connect that up there. We can connect that up there. Maybe bring it up slightly. Bring this up slightly too. Bring that up a bit as well. This can maybe go up a little bit more. Just try and utilize as much of that sprawl as we can into the mountain. Now, what we could do is, well, I'm going to turn the residential bits into residential. But then we're going to go for a couple of offices up into the back section. It's a way to stimulate more jobs in this area because it's heavily dominated with residential and a little bit of commercial. So we can have a couple of offices there, which would be kind of nice. I feel like I need to bring... This is too steep. Let me bring this down. Ooh, still unrecognized, the university. I'm going to check that out in just a second. Right, bring that down a bit. There we go. So we get a couple of offices at the back there, which won't really change much of the need for the production, because I really do need to get some new export routes in. But I feel like I want to build a secondary airport, like flipped facing, so the runway's here, but the building's on that side. See, I've got so much stuff I want to do in OilTown, boys. So much stuff right now. That's kind of dope, though. I like it. And I got all this area as well to play around with. Now, do we drop any kind of industrial office buildings over here? It would be good. That's got 6%. So even though the ships are not being used to their full potential, they're still bringing in look at the amount of like shipping ships. Shipping ships. There is just so many of them. So it's not, when it comes down to the ships, it's not about the load. It's just because they're constantly pumping them out. That goes against what we would normally want. Now, OilTown Corp, over 300,000 profit a week. Do you not know how ridiculous that is? Look how many units we've produced. It's just going up and up and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 2.6 million units of oil we've sucked out the ground, which is ridiculous. Right, OilTown University. How many students? Still 342. What? We can't get to the next stage. There's not enough people. Even though we've got 45,000 people on the island. It still amazes me how we've got that many. It really does. Right, anything in these buildings yet? Still 0%. Still 0%. Yeah. So, like I said, you use it for the opposite problem. But I just wondered if it's going to stimulate anything. 102 people on the cargo line, the cable cart line right now. How many on this one? So I think it's slowly starting to slow down now, as people are being transported to and from, which is not bad, not bad. Now, I'm thinking, right, up in Oilywood Hills, do we have much in offices? We have a bit there, but it'd be nice to have some type of like Silicon Valley style where all the tech companies are starting up. That would be kind of nice as well, wouldn't it? Which is making me think I get rid of some of this commercial, because it's kind of not needed, is it? We have, if anything, too much commercial in this place. So if I can like replace them with a little bit of offices and slowly start to get some of that tech in, boys. But I feel like we should have our very own zoned section anyway. So that'll be my Silicon Valley 1.0. But it would be nice, like, maybe over here somewhere. Like, overlooking the beach, where the hipsters are working on their software programming and all that kind of jazzy stuff. It would be nice, wouldn't it? And we can, like, zone the area high-tech industry. Yeah, I think that would be the way to go. But we 100% need more export routes. So I think next episode then, guys, we'll take a look at adding in a secondary airport to kind of bump up this load, because this airport is being abused. Look at that, there's 2 planes trying to take off at once, which is ridiculous. So we do need to do something there, and I think what we'll do is we'll make the road split to go over to the other side. We can make the train tracks split and it comes out that way and back and forth and all that kind of good stuff. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We've just got to get to that point, to be honest with you. We just got to get to that point. Is that 2 airplanes about to land at once? See, this is dangerous. There's some violations right here, right now. Are they still bringing like tons of people? Yeah, 100 people on that one. Holy moly, 78 on that one. How many on this one? 100. So it's still bringing like bulks and bulks of people into the area. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, right. So we didn't really get much done today, as I would have wanted to, but we've kind of learned some stuff. We kind of understand where we're heading right now with OilTown. So that's going to be kind of interesting for the future. Right, education-wise, elementary school. Way over capacity. We need more education, and that's probably why the university is suffering so much, because we don't have that many people going through the education system. The only capacity that we've got is university. Maybe. Oh, I just realized something. I need to get rid of this university, because they're going to. I need them to go to that one. No wonder. I only had such a. I'm wondering why such a small place I had such a small capacity. Right, let me get out of this view. Get away from me. So that's now increasing our student capacity over there slightly. It was in the 300s. Now we're in the 400s, and it's rapidly increasing. So this could get us over the 500 mark very soon. Okay, so with that gone, it leaves a gap, doesn't it? I should also de-zone this low residential right now,
Get rid of all of this. We've got some industry offices going around there. I'm going to replace it all with offices. Because this is what the place is turning into. There's a lot of it offices right now. All the bulk of the residential, but low residential, is all the way up there, which is even more hilarious. Right. So let's paint all this. I'm a painter and decorator, boys. By trade. Right, there we go. Nice. We don't really need that power line now, do we? No, we don't. So that will satisfy the industrial demand. And hopefully make some changes for us. But even if we do fix the slight issue that we got now with the commercial, we're on a fine line. So it shows you that I can't add any more commercial in for quite some time just yet. But that's fine. That's fine. We got loads of things that we need to solve. So, University of OilTown. It's slowly creeping up. Slowly creeping up now, the need for it. So if I go back to education, university, there's my capacity. I have 4,800 eligible for it. So, go to university. Okay, so the population, only 6% unemployed. I've dropped a little bit more extra offices in. But the ferries are bringing like 100 people every time. So there's a lot of people still moving in, which is quite interesting. Tourism, we're now 56% attractive, considering we have this ridiculously big oil industry. 553 tourists a week. What? That's a lot. And it's like, the majority is medium to high wealth. That's even more interesting. Okay. But guys, we're going to end it for here. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.